welcome to today's session. How are you feeling? Are you ready to get in tune? Great, let's go. So the sounds that we hear all around us make a really big difference to how we feel. So for example, I've got 2 dogs and 2 cats. My dog's bark, it's a really, really sharp, loud sound, and it makes me jump up and it makes me worried and anxious and oh, what's happening? Or sometimes just a little bit annoyed. When my cats jump on me and start to purr, that's a really quiet, smooth, soothing sound, and it really helps to calm me down. So in a second, I'm going to ask you to pause the video, and I want you to stop, and wherever you are, just for a minute or two, I want you to try and listen really, really carefully to the sounds that are all around you. Some of them might be really, really quiet, so you've got to listen really carefully. Try and list as many as you can. Try and get at least 3. I'll see you in a minute. So what did you hear? Were you surprised by how many sounds there were? Maybe you thought you were in a really quiet room and you thought, well, I won't hear anything. But then when you stopped to listen, you could hear things that you didn't even realise were there. Songs and pieces of music can do exactly the same thing. They can change how we feel. So in a second, I'm going to sing a song. You can just listen or you can join in, because I think you might know this one. And then at the end, I want you to think about how it makes you feel. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Oh, I don't know about you, but I feel really nice and calm and relaxed after that song. That song's very often used, isn't it, as a lullaby to try and get babies and young children to go to sleep. Can you think of any other examples of lullabies? I bet you can think of lots. They all seem to be very slow, don't they? So there must be something about slow music, music with a slow tempo, that helps to calm us down. I'm going to sing another song for you now. I think you might know it, so you can either listen or you can join in. See how you feel afterwards. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So how did you feel after singing that one? Did you feel different? I bet you got carried away and sang the whole song, didn't you? I know that I felt differently after that one. It made me feel happier and it gave me lots of energy and just kind of made me feel a lot more upbeat. So the next time you want to change how you feel, why not put some music on and see if it helps? We've talked a lot about what we can do to make ourselves feel good and feel better. But it's important to remember that feeling sad is a normal thing. And it's okay to feel sad. You might feel sad for a reason. Maybe somebody in your family's not very well, or somebody said something to you that's not very kind. Or sometimes we just feel sad and there doesn't really seem to be a reason. And that's okay. A good thing to do would be maybe to tell somebody how you're feeling. So, before we make a start, we know it takes time to learn something new. So you can pause this video as many times as you need to help you get things right and to make it the best that it can be. So today's song is another really old one, surprise. And the reason I've chosen it today is because it is a music hall song, but it became really, really popular during World War I. It was a horrible time for the soldiers who had to fight in the war, so they would sing lots of songs that were popular at that time to try and lift their spirits and make them feel a little bit better. But they also had to walk really, really long distances. And because this song has got a really strong beat, it was a great one to walk or march along to, and it'd keep them going. So as we know, good singers are always good listeners. So in a second, I'm going to sing the song for you, and I want you to listen out really carefully. The title is It's a Long Way to Tipperary. So that's the name of one place, Tipperary, but there are 2 more places that are mentioned in the song. So listen really carefully and see if you can tell me at the end what they are. Also, it was a marching song, so if you want to have a little march as we go, feel free. Off we go, it's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest gal I know. Goodbye Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies there. Good listening. Did you hear the two places that were mentioned in the song? So we had Tipperary, which is in the title, so you don't get a point for that. But we also had Goodbye Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. Well done if you got them. So you ready to learn the song? My turn, your turn, as always. You ready? It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. Should we put those two lines together? Off we go, it's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. Good, so the next part goes like this. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest gal I know. Well done. Should we put those four lines together now? Ready? Off we go, it's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest gal I know. So the next part goes like this. My turn, your turn. Goodbye Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. Well done. We'll put those two lines together now. Ready? Off we go, goodbye Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. So the last part goes like this. My turn, your turn. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies there. Well done. So we'll put the whole of that last part together now from Goodbye Piccadilly. Okay, so after Off we go. Off we go, goodbye Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies there. Well done. I think you're ready to sing the whole song now. So make sure you're in the space. Make sure your feet are slightly apart, shoulders down, and get ready to take that big belly full of air during Off we go. Off we go, it's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest gal I know. Goodbye Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies there. So today's challenge is to keep that really good listening going. You might be really lucky and you might have a garden outside. If you haven't got a garden, then maybe you've got some green space near you, maybe a park or a field with some trees and some bushes. So getting outside is really important for helping us feel good. So the next time you're out and about, I want you to have a little listen to all the different sounds that you can hear around you. In particular, I want you to listen out for the birds. Because in my opinion, birds are the best singers in the world with the best songs. And once you start really listening, if you want to, you can try and identify the different birds from their different songs. And there's a link to a website in the description that'll help you do that. And the other thing I'd like you to try and do is find out a little bit more about the song It's a Long Way to Tipperary. There's also another song that's very, very similar called Pack Up Your Troubles. Sometimes Pack Up Your Troubles in Your Old Kit Bag is the long title. Again, I've put some links underneath so to help you find them, but see if you can find out a little bit more about those songs. So before you go, let's have a little think about what we've learned today. Well, we've learned that the things that we listen to and the things that we hear all around us can make a really, really big difference to how we feel. And music can help us with that. And of course, we've also learnt our new music hall song, It's a Long Way to Tipperary. Have a go at singing it with the people in your family. I bet somebody will know it. So keep singing, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time. So we hope you've enjoyed the video. We hope you found it useful. The song lyrics are included in the description underneath, and also there you'll find any resources or any other links that we think may be of interest to you. As always, we love to hear and see what you're up to. So if you've got any video clips of the children performing any of the songs or doing any of the activities, we'd love you to share them. So if you tweet your clips, don't forget to include us. The Sky Music Hub address is included in the description below, and use the hashtag #GetInTune. Hearing birds singing makes us feel really, really good. Even if we're not actually listening out for them and we're just somewhere where they're singing anyway all around us, it just makes us feel great. So next time you're out and about, have a little listen. If you're